expired, and I call the member for Hume.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise today to speak about Western and southwestern Sydney. And whichever way you look at it, this region is becoming a city in its own right. There are about 2 million people living west of Parramatta now. That's a big population. But we're only just starting to think about this as a city in its own right, alongside Parramatta and the CBD to the east. Every day, about 300,000 or 400,000 people are travelling from Western Sydney to the east to get to work. And this east-west movement in the morning and the west-east movement in the evening is a major challenge for commuters and for planners. Anyone who battles their way down Narellan Road every day, as I often do, understands the enormous importance of the investment we are making in this area, including the $3.6 billion Western Sydney roads package. The medium to longer term fix, however, is to create more jobs close to where people are living in the west and the southwest. Much of the planning towards these jobs and the new industries that will create them will happen through the Western Sydney City Deal and alongside the Western Sydney Airport. It was great to hear the Prime Minister on the ABC's 7:30 report last night talking about the priority of delivering city deals and the government's focus on making our cities a lot more livable. We're progressing well on our first 3 city deals, with MOUs signed with 3 governments in Queensland, New South Wales and Tasmania. And despite what we just heard a few minutes ago from the member for Herbert, the MOU was signed with the Queensland Government on the 10th of November. She needs to keep an eye on what's going on in her local area. A lot of government initiatives come and go. City deals haven't. In the UK, they've actually built momentum, not lost it, because they're solving the fundamental problem of how do you actually get the different levels of government and the private sector focused on delivering what a city needs. Transport hubs have always been at the centre of city development. We're seeing in all of the great cities of the world that airports are now huge generators of growth, and so it will be the case with the Western Sydney Airport. And it's a great disappointment to me that many of those opposite don't support the jobs and growth that will come from building an airport in the west of Sydney. We recognise that not all the jobs growth for Western Sydney is going to come from the airport, but it will be a critical catalyst for growth. I look forward to meeting with the mayors of the member councils of the Western Sydney City Deal region next week to start important planning and goal setting. The deal will be one of the first in Australia, and the opportunities it will unlock in terms of jobs, housing accessibility and affordability and improved lifestyle for residents will be unprecedented.
I thank the member.